Hey guys, what is up? It is A-Ray here bringing you guys a Battlefield 6 gameplay commentary. We're using the SV98 on Entomb. We're playing some casual breakthrough, and it's been a while since I've actually uploaded a video to this channel of me playing video games. It's been a very, very long time, and the reason for that is because I've actually wanted to make videos, I just couldn't, because for whatever reason the Elgato game capture software just stopped working. Like, it won't save videos to my computer no matter how much I try, uninstall it, reinstall it, try to troubleshoot it, right? No matter what I do, it just simply wasn't working. And so I tried to run it through OBS, and OBS works. So I guess that's the way I'm going to be doing this from now on. But this isn't the greatest gameplay in the world. I went 19-3 using the SV98 on casual breakthrough. This is probably one of the fastest breakthrough games I've ever played. It's only like about 8 minutes long. But the reason I'm making this video is because I want to talk about retirement and young adults and opening retirement accounts, because it's pretty interesting to me how many young adults don't have a retirement account. You might have a 401k through your job, and that's matched by your employer, which is great. You should always do it. If your job offers you a 401k and it's matched, especially if it's matched, you should do it. Now, me personally, I work at a state job, have a New York State pension, but I've had 401ks before at other jobs, and if 401ks are good, they're okay, but if they're matched by your employer, they're great, because it's free money, and you should always contribute the maximum amount that you can. If your job will match you up to 4.5%, 3.5%, you do 4.5%, 3.5%, and make it pre-tax. It'll come off your gross income. That way, it doesn't come out of your net, and that'll even help you on taxes as well. Me personally, I've been investing in stocks since I was 19, 20 years old. The first investment I ever made was AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. I remember buying it at like anywhere from $3 to $6 a share, and I sold it when it went up to 15. Nowadays it's over 200, so fuck up on my part, a major fuck up. But I think an even bigger fuck up that a lot of young adults don't do is invest in their future or invest in retirements. You have a bunch of ways that you can invest for retirement. The most common way, I think, is through an IRA, a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA. I happen to have both. Total account values are like $32,000 out of all of them, and I haven't really contributed much to them over the years. I've just put $50 a month into them and just let them grow. And I recently actually took over both of those accounts myself because my financial advisor was kind of screwing me over. So the reason I'm making this video, though, is because I feel like a lot of young people don't understand that, like, you're not going to work forever. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I think the goal everybody wants is financial freedom. Everybody wants to retire wealthy one day. You want to be able to, you know, have your expenses covered in case you really, really can't work anymore, right? And nobody wants to be in that position where they have to work for the rest of their lives. And the cool thing about an IRA or a traditional IRA is that, yes, they do have, I think, limits on them for how much you can contribute to them. But by the time you're done, right, by the time you're done with contributing money and everything, when you get to, you know, 65, you're going to have probably $100,000, $200,000, maybe even $300,000, and that's without contributing anything. And then if you add contributions to it, figure $700,000, maybe upwards of $1 million. It depends on how early you start, because time is your biggest asset when it comes to retirement accounts and compound interest. You know, like, for example, I know a bunch of people just getting out of college, 24, 25, 26 years old, and they're already like 4, 5, 6 years behind on their retirement accounts because they went to college, they didn't have a job, and now they got to try to make up for that lost time. Not only that, but they're strapped with student loan debt and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, right, if you can open a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA account and just contribute maybe $50 a month to it, you'll be very happy you did. Like, 80-year-old you is going to thank yourself for that. And it's kind of shocking to me, actually, just how many young people don't invest in retirement accounts, because, like, I think we're all aware of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Gen Z and millennials are way more aware of it than, you know, our parents were, like the boomer generation. You know, you had people who were terrified of investing money into stocks in the stock market because of the crash in 1929. Like, a lot of people, I don't think, understand is the idea that our parents' parents lived through the Great Depression, right? So they didn't really trust investing, and hence they didn't really tell their children to do it. you know, and that's a big reason why you see so many elderly people in the workforce still, is because, you know, they're either their parents told them not to do it, or they didn't know how to, or they were afraid of it because of the Great Depression, right? Like there is some type of usual story there as to why they don't, or they don't trust the government, which I think is stupid. I'm just gonna call this out right now. I think it's kind of dumb that people are like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, if you put your money in the stock market, you're gonna lose it all. And that's not true. You know, like if you invest in ETFs and mutual funds, I personally recommend ETFs. But if you're going to put your money into an ETF, it is very rare that you're going to lose all your money. Now, if you put your money into an individual stock like Tesla or Amazon and then put them in your retirement accounts, yeah, you're likely going to have some serious ups and downs, you know, because of volatility. But if you invest in ETFs, like, you know, Fidelity has a bunch of ETFs, Vanguard has a bunch of really good ETFs, Wisdom Tree actually has a bond fund that I really, really like, right? There's a whole bunch of options out there for you to invest in, and I think there's just so many options out there that I think it's a mistake to not do it. You know, the way you fix poverty, I think, in our country is by creating generational wealth, right, as an individual. And if you can create generational wealth through an IRA or a Roth IRA, it's very possible. If you've got the extra money to invest, even if you don't, leaving your kids $200,000-$300,000 is, you know, gonna be a big help to them one day. You know, so that's the reason that I do it, and that's the reason why I always stress it to people to, you know, get involved in the stock market and understand things. Try to understand everything around you that is important, because retirement accounts are incredibly important. You know, inflation keeps going up, prices never really go down, and especially when it comes to housing and car payments and all this other stuff. Trust me, when you're older and you're about to retire, things are only going to get more expensive. So if you don't have a retirement account, I'd highly suggest opening one. You know, I have mine through Charles Schwab that I actively manage by myself, because I had a financial advisor that was fucking me over with the percentages. But if you can learn, trust me, like, there are things that you can do yourself. If you can just educate yourself on what's good and what's bad, and, you know, learn it. It only took me really a week to figure out, you know, everything I wanted to know about ETFs and retirement accounts. What are the best ETFs? What are the fees, right? It only took me maybe a week to fully understand all that, and I started doing it myself. So it's not like it's even anything that's super hard to do. You know, granted, there are people who are going to say, I don't have the extra money, and that's fine. You know, if you have debt, a lot of debt and stuff, you should pay off your debt before you ever invest in the stock market. But if you're at a job that has a 401k that matches it, I would highly suggest doing that regardless. Like, that's something that it's free money. You know what I'm saying? You'd be stupid not to take it. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. We're getting to the end of the video here. But yeah, if I just wanted to make this video because I feel like a lot of young people really don't invest in the stock market when they should, or have retirement accounts when they should. And I think people just need to be more aware of their options. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm A-Ray, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.